Check. Yeah, mine's working.
And welcome back to another episode of Savage Kings.
Welcome.
I am your host, Prince Kurt Russell, and I'm here with my co-host.
Praise Rest, better known as Rest to most.
And our
Precious
other
Rest.
co-host,
Joey Rosenberg, what's going on? And Jeff, as always, good old Jeff.
Jeff. our
Thank you,
producer,
sir.
is
Yes,
back,
yes,
And
yes.
we are here with a follow-up guest,
Rebecca. Hello.
Hey.
the infamous Rebs. And we are here. Joey, what are we talking about today?
Oh, man. Well, this partially explains why I've been a dick to everybody today, and I apologize.
This is why we're talking about it. Therapy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Motherfucker's
This
too
is,
cheap to go see an actual therapist, so he leans on three
maybe not
motherfuckers.
anymore. Maybe not anymore. Maybe after this past week. Nah, it's just, dating, man. I'm a psycho.
Dating, hold up.
I'm a psycho.
Dating.
Like,
Dun, dun, dun.
right? It's just doom. But
What's going on with it?
no,
Can I tell you what your problem is?
oh boy.
Well,
Yeah.
let him say the problem first.
Well, I am a psycho,
Can I
but
just tell him what his problem is?
yes.
No, wait, Kirk, maybe you gotta give him a chance.
No.
I ain't got to give him no damn chance.
It's true. You
I'm going
can
to tell you what your problem is.
slap me with it.
Don't wear no drawers when you go out. Show the bulge. And if you ain't got no bulge, they're your problem.
That's
There you go.
that's it.
All
That-
right?
I don't have to work on anything. I don't have to go to therapy. Awesome. Great. Thanks, man. You just made me feel so much better, dude. Don't leave me
This
hang. Come on.
motherfucker.
It's like, 'cause he does that every fucking day.
What?
Yes.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
nothing wrong with free balling.
Shit.
Okay?
But yeah, it's just
If you got the goods, package.
Really, guys, but Joey, what's going on with the dating
Yeah, what's up with dating?
this is,
atmosphere? What's up?
this is my problem, and I wish more girls would understand this because when a girl says that she's got some shit going on, for the most part, there's asshole guys plenty, but we try to at least work around the issues. You know what I mean? We try not to trip that off. I'm starting from
Problem
damaged
one.
and working backwards
too
into
much.
normal. I'm not starting normal and then going through. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to go through my issues and shit, and I feel like.
Okay.
I would overlook a lot of things because I have before to date people who were just not right for me. But I don't, it's just very rare to get that, to feel like you got that reciprocation back. I got issues. I'm not perfect, but fuck, I know I could be worse. Take one look at never mind. But, take one look at whoever I'm not referring
Is your
to.
wiener funny looking? Is that what you're referring to?
No, because, I got to be careful about throwing my
That's
family
what's
under the
scaring him
bus.
off? Is
I was-
that what it is?
I was like, ladies, y'all gonna have to fill in for that one.
Is it like two-headed or something, Joey?
Nah,
Like,
it's
what's
just,
going on?
it's just my thing. My problem is that because I guess I didn't get enough attention when I was a kid. There's a thing called hyper maternal. We don't get enough eye contact. That manifests into texting 5 times, 6 times in a row when you don't get an answer later.
Okay.
And I'm trying to disarm that and a bunch of other shit, and it's tough. So
Getting
I
immediate reaction.
yes, and especially with technology, with everything is so instant, and you overread them putting something out on Instagram after you sent them a message and they didn't answer. You twist that in your head because you don't know. You feel like you're rank slipping almost, and it's like shit. If I wasn't trying so hard, because I have no problem drawing girls in. It's right there, something
Speed.
changes that sends them immediately, and it's definitely something going
It's
on
you.
with me. But yeah, thank you, Kurt. Would you WebMD that? But
I did. I'm looking it up right
Spoiler
now.
alert, motherfucker. Spoiler alert.
First of all,
Exactly. So I'm
now,
just
like,
confused.
This is a great topic to definitely touch on. I feel like this is a great open door, and you being a man and being honest about the way you're approaching it and how you may feel you might be too strong-handed on the situation with the situation.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to take those subliminal messages as a message.
I know, and I'm letting
Sometimes
it
those
hurt other people.
responses that you don't receive is the answer that you need.
Yeah.
And then you just have to kind of look into just being more about yourself, and that kind of comes into play sometimes. And I really don't have all the answers personally, but I
No.
feel like for men, if a man wants a woman to be attracted towards them, I mean, obviously you're gonna show interest and things like that. I mean, no
Yeah.
man wants to be chasing a woman going nuts and going crazy.
You damn right.
Because that
It's
really
true, but you can't.
And that's 90% of y'all.
But you can't even really
This nigga.
you want to
This nigga
take
stay
everything down so
You
they
didn't
can
say no.
understand, but you can't take too much down because then you'll scare them away. You know what I mean? You
I get
can't.
what you're saying. Of
So
course.
so give me an example, Joe. What you arguing with your lady about?
Man, not my lady anymore.
Just
it was
one.
So, it was
okay.
so brief. it
So it's
doesn't even
over.
count.
So it's over.
It's over. It's
Okay.
fucking
Damn,
over.
you can't even hold them past 24 hours? What
And
are you, a
I-
bouncer?
Yo, Kurt. Savage Kings.
Nice, man.
Yo, we got to cut too.
Okay.
I'll bury my soul
You
here.
can't just come on here and spill your guts. You think I ain't gonna cut ass on you?
Everybody here is getting laid later. I don't buy any of your advice. You're all arrogant with sex power.
Do you
No,
need me to
we're-
buy
we're
you
not.
some pussy? Is that what we have to do?
Damn, you went there. I didn't. That was
Jeff,
that was
let's go
all
90-10.
you.
You got the 90?
And look at Reb's face when you said that. Look at Reb's face. Look at her
You
face.
need me to buy you some pussy, man.
Yeah.
But-
I think you need to buy yourself some.
oh, this is what I needed.
Talking
Thank
about
you.
buying
Let's
it.
boomerang that one to the viewers because
Right? But that, you
Yo.
know.
So wait, so how long were you with this girl?
The thing is, we were never officially together, but it's
Okay.
been hanging in the air for about a year. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And she was dating a friend before that, which was, it was all right, but I had nothing to do with it.
Wait, she was dating a friend of yours?
Yeah, a friend of mine.
Oh, that always bad. That's always fucked up, bro.
No,
That
but
was red flags right
Yeah.
there.
I know, but you know what I mean? It really, I understand the skepticism, but really, I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
maybe she also didn't want to like be that girl too. Like
Yeah, but
Oh,
this
for the
is.
group?
maybe she was like,
They the best ones.
you know, ping ponging like, I don't know if I.
I
really
mean,
wanna
if you're
be-
not looking for a
She
relationship.
knows.
Yo, everybody likes a team player.
It's true, but here's the specific thing, right? Like, you're making me cough on myself. Like,
Now that's
I can't even get my shit together.
that's a
Yo, your
serious
bitch a
one.
power forward, nigga. Fuck out
The rest, man. Like, I'm asking your advice on this after this. I'm
Oh,
telling
that's
you.
fine. But go ahead,
No,
Joe.
no,
Kim
Go ahead.
Wayans. My girl Kim Wayans.
Oh,
You guys are.
again, Rebs. I'm sorry. He seems to be.
I am sorry.
That's why I'm leaning back, man. I'm not getting in the way of these shots fired.
Poor Joey.
Like-
Yo, you know what's a good imitation right now? You saw that video on Instagram with the guy dodging all the firecrackers in the hood in New York. New York is different. You saw that? I seen it.
Yeah.
He was dodging? Or you talking about the bum who was sleeping
he
was
when they
doing
threw
the
all the
little
shits
Kim.
on him?
He
No,
was doing
that
the
was-
little Kim, and he
Yo,
was
he-
like,
Ooh.
oh,
Yeah, he was.
like he was.
Yeah, dipping and
skipping.
swirling.
Yeah, man. North Bergen last night. There was a lot of
Honestly, I know
fireworks.
we gonna be hitting you with all them jokes, but just do
No,
what
hit
you
me,
did,
dude,
you
hit
feel me? Like,
because of how big of a dick I was to Kurt on the way
You'll
in
be
here.
good.
I
Oh.
need you guys to just take my ego and circumcise it.
Yeah.
And for like
That's
just,
already
Okay.
been done.
It
You're
fucking
Jewish.
happens, bro. Yeah.
thank
Look. The only thing you do is power through it, man. If you don't have somebody to talk to about it, you're gonna go stir crazy.
I'm going like that's it. I'm not gonna fight trying to go to therapy anymore. I got to, man, because this shit's just gonna keep coming back. Like I've gone through this before, where I have some shit together and because it's going well,
Yeah.
I what's it, a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a cycle
Yes.
that I repeat to myself because I thought I was addressing these issues, but I've never gone to professional help to
So
address.
so
Hold on, can I-
yeah, go ahead. What you say?
At some point, I want the women's take on this because
Of course.
mine is completely toxic because I don't date at all. Nah, for real. Like fuck them because I know I'm toxic, but these bitches is more toxic. So fuck it. And they toxic gave my toxic, and that's why I'm Spider-Man. So like,
I can't deal with you. He said that's why I'm
So all right, so hold on. You were just talking to this girl.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. The specific thing. So
Gi-
pretty
give me-
much.
and
Go
her
ahead.
name and social, please.
Yeah. Right.
Shut up. Shut up.
Social.
we're not gonna do that one.
Thank you. Rest, the voice of reason.
Let's
Thank you.
Let's respect everybody's privacy.
Everybody's. No.
Fuck it on the internet, I'm sure.
No, I
In the
see. I don't
most
want to even give
nicest
it.
way in this
My
instance.
nigga.
Because the goal is to be constructive about this. I don't
Yes,
want
yes,
to
yes. Shoot.
Joey.
Take it, Joe.
So she was honest about the fact that she's needy as hell. You know,
Okay.
which I can respect because usually girls, guys, they hide that as much as they can,
Right.
and I don't like hiding shit. So when she told me how needy she was, I thought like, oh, okay, because she was legitimately cool enough where I'm like, you know what, I could be that guy because I've had her in front of other comics and friends, and I didn't have to babysit her at all. She was you know what I mean? She's beautiful, but she was also able to handle her own in front of a bunch of ball busters and bust their
Right.
balls. So I'm like, you know what? If I got to be a little more attentive to my phone than usual for this, cool. But right there was already like a little bit, probably too much mentally. And then because I was being too attentive to what she told me was her neediness, I eliminated the mystique in me not being attentive to that, which was obviously a part of the attraction because once that was gone, it was like taking a card out of the bottom of a house, a card
That
house.
sounds like she was
Yeah.
kind of chasing
The chase.
Yeah.
You
You know
got
what
it.
I'm saying?
You
And
got it.
That's the thing. That's the thing I've learned. That's why I don't be doing this shit. I
But-
like chasing, but then you got to give up because after you get a chase,
Yep.
come another C word, commitment. And you got to get
I actually really like that. That's funny.
Oh, I was about to say,
Yo,
you know
you
what?
said that shit like an 87 pimp.
First of all, we
The
about
other
to get
C
that
word.
book real soon because he was about to go somewhere with that one. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all.
It's true. No, but that's it. You know.
So you were down for her.
Mhm.
You adjusted your time slot
Yep.
to fit her schedule and her needs,
Mhm.
and she wasn't cool with it. In a nutshell.
The thing is, like, the moment that she let me know that I'd kind of probably overstepped, and bear in mind, I didn't send her 20 messages and 100 calls.
Right.
It was more the same level of talking that we had up until that point. And then suddenly she wasn't answering as much. I didn't feel like I increased the dosage. It just felt like suddenly it was getting less of a response. So after telling me about her neediness, I was thinking, like, well, why'd you put me in a position where why'd you tell me that you're so needy and then, pull away and then not, you know what I mean? But I can't expect a girl to be that forthcoming, okay? Like, no one can tell you exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it. I get it.
No.
But, like, I felt like, okay, you kind of, bait and switch.
Right.
Can I
Right.
ask a couple questions?
Please.
She sounds like she's trying to be alpha.
She's what?
Trying to be alpha. Did she play mind games with you?
She would try, but I'm usually pretty quick, and I would always kind of roast a joke on her, which, again, I had her laughing most of the time. Like, in terms of girls I've ever gone out with, in terms of being funny, I made this girl laugh
Sound
more
like
than
she wanna
any girl I've
control
ever,
homie, but can't.
you know?
To a
You-
point.
You,
to a
you
way.
understand what I'm saying?
To a way.
Like I know that chick.
You know?
I am that chick. When I tuck it back, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Go
done.
out on a Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, Kurt turns into Kurtrina. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Shit
done.
got-
I
Kurtrina.
am all the way done with you, Kurtrina.
Kurtrina. There it is.
Nah, yeah.
I
At least
see
you're
you-
being honest
just-
to our viewers.
You know?
Yeah,
that was a
serious.
complete lie, y'all. You
Eddie
ain't
Murphy,
catching me
if
in no
you're out
goddamn
there.
Jamie Foxx outfits.
I still got to go out and drink with
Eddie
you more.
Murphy, if you're out there, Kurt,
Nigga.
Trina,
Nigga, for the right price, you be a
might wanna have a
Weinstein.
good
Talking
time.
about, you want to
It'd
swallow?
be a cold day in hell, but you know for a fact, if I'm in Hollywood and Eddie Murphy is with me, okay,
You
and
are
there is a
stupid.
dress around,
Never say never, brother. You never know.
you ain't booking me.
And that was the day I went to Wall Street.
Okay.
Nigga.
I was
Okay.
a changed man
Oh.
after that night.
Are we all?
No,
The rest, right? Yeah.
No, jokes aside,
So what does Rebecca feel about that? Like,
And-
what
and
do you?
that's
What is your insight
on dating.
on what Joey said on his experience with this particular person, and how do you think he handled
and
it?
dating men.
I mean, dating in general. I'm just not dating because people are full of shit.
Bingo!
Fucking shit.
People are full of shit.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
See
But
that,
you
America?
can't be real or upfront anymore.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are psychotic.
Yeah, for real. We got a
Very
mental
clingy.
illness on the
There's
rampant,
a
bro.
lot of clingy people out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
They need other people to kind of thrive
They
in their
don't
life.
know
or-
how to
I don't
build
like
their own
clingy, bro.
happiness.
I
You
don't
have
like
to
clingy.
rely on somebody else to be happy.
That's-
So-
And that I can't.
So here's a question for you. If you were to get a guy like Joe and you was to tell him like, yo, I just want a dude that's blankety blank blank blank, and he's like, yeah, that's cool, because you know how my comedy shows, you could do you, and I'll be with you on third, whatever the fuck it is. Would you accept him? Would it be okay? Because he's not being the bullshitter. He was upfront with everything you wanted, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Or would you find a way to be like,
Yo,
this
what
shit
kind
ain't
of
working?
fucking ebonics did you talk? The bloopity bloop.
First of all, she understood everything I said. She was like, yeah, nigga, I got you.
Yada
Yo,
yada
I'm
yada.
like,
And then,
and
you
I'm
know.
going, what kind of
Nah,
Nation
for real.
of Islam type shit is he talking? Like,
You say Nation of Islam? What kind of fuck is wrong with you?
We're interrupting the women again.
Go ahead.
I mean, why the hell would I ask somebody to be something and then they go ahead and try to be what I'm asking for and then not appreciate it or like it?
So-
It doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes people don't want what they ask for, though. And I've only experienced that in my 37 years. Like, I had somebody
You
who come with me
only
being very,
37? You only 37?
Yeah.
You don't look
Yeah,
37.
it's all the grades. I look
Yeah, you
older.
look 45.
Yeah, fuck
Oh.
you, nigga.
Man.
I would have said he was
Look.
1945.
Um,
Well, go ahead,
Ooh.
Jeff.
Sometimes people are weird. You could relate it to mental health or whatever it is. I had a girl who was like similar to saying what you were saying. Yo, I want a guy who's this and very goal oriented and very out, and I could be there. You make your money, I make mine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We
Yeah.
come together, but that shit don't add up. Like, it's very hard for Joey to take his time and shift his schedule to be around this girl who's needy.
Right.
I give you all the respect in the world. I've been
And she
there,
was
brother.
cool as hell. Like I don't want to just paint
I
her
believe-
out.
no,
Like
no, we
believe
not-
me, she was worth.
we
Like
not
I
here to
thought
shit
she
on
was.
her.
He trying to get back in her.
I'm
grace.
sure. I'm sure.
Oh no. Wait till I tell you how it really ended. But go on. Jeff.
But it takes a lot, especially for somebody like y'all. Y'all comedians. Drop it a dime. I gave you a fucking address. You went to the fucking show.
Mhm.
Guess what? When I worked in entertainment, ladies don't like that.
I know.
You can't have a relationship and
Nope.
you always moving.
Nope. No.
What you talking about? You got to fly out. What you talking about? You got to go here. A new show or whatever.
Who suck
An
your dick like that? I know
opportunity.
you don't go every Tuesday without no.
But just little things like that. So sometimes it gets confusing
Yeah.
because you run into somebody who's like, yo, I know what I want, and it's like, yeah, nigga, nah, I wanted that with a twist. I wanted it watered down
Yeah.
or
That also
slightly
comes
coke
with
added. Go ahead. What you say?
Respect.
I feel like that also comes with like your love tank. Like, are you with
True.
the right person with the right
And compromise.
Yeah.
with the right level of love
Who says
tank
that
True.
input that you're outputting? You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
that person is okay with how you move in your lifestyle, that person should be prepared for those.
You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
lot
Right.
of actors and
Yeah.
actresses.
And so,
Right.
but that also comes with them running and dipping too. So maybe they're not paying attention to the type of women that they're with either. Like those
Yeah.
women are like, okay, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm cool with it. And then as soon as they see it, they're like, oh, nah, nigga, what? Like, and then they get all like, excuse my French, but they get all ignorant.
Mhm.
And
you said excuse my French for ignorant.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
now, nigga, what?
Ignorant. Excuse my ignorance.
I'm having you caught it because I was gonna say
it
so. I was
wasn't
like,
for ignorant.
I was like, yo, when did ignorant get a bad word? My bad.
Excuse-moi
It was
for my
for the other one,
ignorance.
actually.
I was sweating.
My ignorance. I'm
Because
sorry.
honestly, I'm trying to
I'm sorry,
I'm
I'm
trying to diminish that word and term fluid.
Oh, gotcha.
fluidly and-
Gotcha. Okay.
and,
Yeah, I
comfortably,
don't use it.
to be
like
honest with you.
personal.
So I mean, not on another spectrum though. You know, believe it or not, I feel like if you're not matching with somebody's love tank, you got to be aware of that. Like you got to just be able to know what that person's love tank is. And
Yeah.
I could suggest only the 5 love languages to read that book.
Yeah, great book.
It's a great book.
Love
I would
Five
read it
Love
10
Languages.
times
Have you read
over.
it, Jeff?
Never.
5 love languages.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna
I
check that
suggest
out.
you read it. If you're not a reader, get it on audio.
Audio book. A lot of books
No.
on audio is really
Yeah,
good.
it is on
Yeah.
audio.
I listen to a
I've
lot
read
of
it.
them when I
You
drive.
don't have to
And
read
I
it.
listen.
You can listen to it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm
Fuck
telling you, it's a
Fuck yeah.
damn great read.
Yeah. Yeah.
check that out.
something I think everybody, if you really actually want a relationship,
Yeah, if you want to figure
you have
out
to-
where your mind
Don't be like me,
because you have
kids.
to figure out who you are first.
Right.
And there's
Of
5
course.
staples of what. Like I didn't know that. I didn't even
Yeah.
stop to think. And then that's when I was like, yo, this dating shit for the birds, bro.
I feel
Joey,
you.
you don't understand, son. I know you hurt right now, but in 2 weeks you're gonna be like, son, this is the best time to be alive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pussy is damn near free.
That's true.
Okay. You only gotta put up
Rest
some
of it like
alcohol.
It is, but I mean,
Some of
not
you
for-
weed
at the end of the
smokers.
day, like, just worry about yourself.
Yeah.
And your gonorrhea shots.
And you know something? Wow, you always squeeze in the VD. We could be talking about
Something
anything.
I don't know here.
Ask
I'm
him.
just trying
Yo.
to show him the way.
But like, I get it. I get it.
But yeah.
You
So-
know, and one thing I guess I learned from this is that like, hey,
What's that?
if I was, in the end, it was definitely for the best because again, if I was willing to overlook something that she told me immediately, but something that needed to be forgiven of myself wasn't forgiven, then obviously her heart wasn't in it. You know what I mean? Like there was already an uneven exchange of us, like one of us accepting something from the other, and to me,
Yep.
you know. Because I'd never get physical, I'd never get verbal. This is my issue, and this is what I would need anybody that I end up with to help me overcome. Just like they have shit that I would want, that they would want my help to overcome. And yes, you know, but yeah, it just felt like more instead of like trying to start a relationship with someone, it felt like I had a test and I failed.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well,
Pussy.
pick your fucking
I feel
ass
you,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Climb a river. Climb a river. Damn.
I'll climb that
I
river.
Can I ask y'all a
Hold
question?
on. Hold on.
From you? No.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's about female condoms.
Joey,
Yeah. What's up,
get
Russ?
the fuck over it.
I am over it now.
Right?
Whoa.
Because you know why? There are
Right.
about 10 plus billion people being made in this world and counting. Don't worry
They're a
about
little
one.
young.
Don't worry about one. There's a lot that's young. You're not worried about that. You're worried about the ones that are above the legal age and so
I hear
on
that.
and so forth.
Yo.
Just gonna make that clear because we're not
hear
into that pedophilia shit.
We're not.
Made right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Here at
Needless
Savage
to
Kings,
say-
we don't
needless to
condone
say,
it.
though, just
Yeah,
honestly, like
Well,
life is
Kelly,
too
thank
short.
you.
Life is too short. I mean,
You're right.
I can't say life is so short. Life is so short.
You're right.
Honestly,
That is
we
true.
losing people
It's
every
true.
minute,
It's true.
every second. Life is so fucking short.
I agree. You're right.
And I don't want to lose you because you a little bit lost in something that's
Oh,
making
you're.
you feel a little trapped. You know
Trust
what I'm
me,
saying?
I could alleviate your.
I'm not saying losing you physically.
I
I'm
know.
saying losing you in any type of entity.
And I can make you
Spiritually,
feel better. I
mentally.
can make you feel
Yeah,
better
it's a
right
way.
now because I'll
Go
tell
ahead.
you the last thing I said to her.
Always feel good in everything.
Hold on, what you saying, Joe? Go ahead.
Dude, the last thing I said to her, Rest, you're gonna be so proud of me. Last thing I said to her was, and I meant it. I hope you don't have a horrible stroke. So I think I took my dignity back on the way out the door.
Have a horrible stroke.
I hope she doesn't have a horrible stroke.
First of all strokes are pretty bad. I mean, even a
I
light
take
one.
strokes a little serious, but
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I was, like
my
I
grandmother
said.
had a stroke a couple years back on my 21st birthday.
Oh, come on. I wasn't
What-
talking about it.
Jeff, you'd be the perfect person because this shit was popular probably back when you was a
Yeah,
young.
fuck you.
You was what? You grew up in what, the 70s and shit. So, since we talk about dating, there's a key component of dating that I like: the
What's
one
that?
night stand. And in that
good one.
stand, there are many drawers. Okay.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
No, jokes
They're
aside.
G-string.
No, jokes
Yeah,
aside.
exactly.
Jokes aside.
I'm not. Oh,
Has anybody ever
I was
been with somebody you're not comfortable with, like that? You know what I'm saying? Comfortable with you've known for a time, and they pull out like a female condom.
I've only seen a female condom 3 times in my life.
I never seen
I
one.
was gonna say once.
I never seen.
No,
I've never like.
know
twice.
what?
Twice was in
Actually-
so once was in high school. Biology
Right.
class. Well, I mean not biology. The health sex ed class.
Another time.
The other time was in college
Mhm.
when the girl was a bio thing, and I was like, "Yo, who's using this shit?" And,
That's what I'm talking about.
the other
I'd be
time-
scared.
the other time was when I was fucking this adult. She was older.
I
older
would
than
hope it was.
She was like,
What's going
I
on
would-
with Joey and Jeff?
yeah.
The James
Don't
Hyde-
rope me in with him now.
He paused too. He said with
First of
an
all,
adult.
First of all, I was
not judging
20.
you,
I
Jeff.
was 20 at the time,
Okay.
and she was what 42
Thank
Okay.
God.
when I was fucking. That's what I meant by adult. She was a way older than I. Yeah,
Sure, she wasn't
Kids.
24. You dyslexic with
I
the
wish you.
numbers?
Yeah. Fuck you, nigga. No.
Go on. Go on.
Other than that, I never really
We
seen
miss
them
you.
anything like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I actually got one when I was in college when we went
I
to
believe it.
like we had some like program thing. We had to go to some
Yeah?
some weird shit, and it was like some big round thing.
Yeah.
I brought it home. I was like, whoa. And I remember I was dating this guy, and it was like one time I was like, you ever use this? And he was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
like, I can't feel that
A
shit. I don't know if you think you fucking.
A parachute.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So anyway, we opened it, we looked at it, we like fucked with it. It was like, whoa, this is different.
Just the thought a
It-
little.
okay.
I was
That's
very,
why I
I was
asked.
very
Because-
intrigued.
Go ahead.
I never knew it existed because I only knew about
Really?
male condoms until
Oh.
I was in college. I saw
Nah.
a fucking a female condom.
I remember it in
was-
high school.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm,
was like,
I didn't
it's
hear
got
that.
to be
Sex
some
ed.
weird shit to just meet somebody
that has it.
and they be like, nah, I got it.
Oh god.
And they bust out that big ass shit that like a.
But what made you think of this?
Yeah,
He
serious.
was talking about dating, and I was like, I wonder if you came
No,
across some shit
no.
like that.
Yeah,
Well, it's in the
nah.
ballpark.
This is why Kurt's here, and he is the savage of savages.
Yeah, nah, you way off on
Savage
that one.
life.
Like,
guys.
no, because I've never
There
seen
it
it.
is.
But
That's not even our
The
shirt.
kind of girl he's describing
No matter.
sounds
it
like a
does.
woman that would use a female condom, if you ask me.
No, because most girls go and buy regular male condoms.
I realize that, but she
can see
Yeah,
sounds
that.
kinky.
a lot of females
So I
do.
wanna-
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not spending no fucking money on
And you
no
know,
man's
Right,
condom.
man, you damn
Come to
right.
think about it, I haven't seen any like at Walmart or Target or anything
Female
like that.
condom.
Like,
A
how
female
much are
condom.
they? Like, how much is it compared to a Durex?
I have no idea. No
No.
idea.
Freaking no. I've
Do they
never
have
seen
butt
a-
condoms?
Yes.
I don't think
You mean like what? You mean butt condoms?
Like if they have female condoms that insert into
they
your
actually do.
vagina,
They do.
they should have shit that go in
They
your
should.
anus.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my God,
I know they
we
got
should do
dental
our- we should
dams.
do our research.
When I was in college, they used to hand them out to the
Well, why are
lesbians.
you trying to find out? Are you
The
trying
dental
to find
dams,
out
so they
under-
wouldn't
You're
get-
asking for a friend money? Like,
Oh, they ain't
my
catch
boy-
that HPV.
Yeah, no, you like yo. It was funny.
That's why you can't
That's why they
eat
had
it.
like a little
Kurt,
dental
I don't
Give
dam.
you
know.
cancer.
Kurt, I'm gonna put a whole hazard suit around you. You asking some real funny questions.
A hazmat.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Yo.
I'm trying to
no,
get some
you was in New York
education.
today? When
Whoa,
was it?
whoa.
Yesterday?
I was in New York today.
Ooh,
Last
what
week?
are we doing?
Today.
All right.
How was it? Were there people
We
around?
Lysol you.
There was
Yeah, exactly.
There was no people out there.
no, not many.
Bleach, nigga,
Kind of
bleach.
crazy. And everybody that was had on a mask.
I got
It's
no
serious.
time.
Damn.
Yo.
I seen a naked man in the subway with a mask on his penis and his face.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
That's
that.
safe.
You saw that, Rebecca.
That's
You
safe.
Saw that. Yeah, he
Okay,
came
and
in with
he-
his gut and
he
shit.
ain't
He
sick.
started like a rooster.
I applaud this
He
man.
just stood right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Cheers to you.
that poor Whole Foods Market employee sitting there got to go to work and serve people food like,
Nah,
"Have a good
bro.
day." Oh, no food.
Nah, bro.
Like,
Yo, they need
all you
to. They
see
need
was a
to.
whole.
Nah.
You know what
Oh
they
my
need to
God.
develop?
What?
What's
And
that?
you know what? I'm gonna say this on air. Somebody's gonna go ahead and take it and make billions.
Female Viagra.
No, that's
So-
coming. They're still
okay,
working on
no,
it.
they it's gonna
You know
drop
how male
later.
Viagra was found out? They
It-
made a medication for
For heart.
females.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
That's weird.
plastic suits, like something you can just put on over.
Like a little throwaway
so that you
hazmat.
can, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
They
know what I'm
have
saying?
things like that.
They
They
have
were
them?
thin. Yeah, they
What
have
do you
them.
mean?
They have 'em.
You know what?
No, I mean like ones that are very thin layered
Yes.
that
Yeah.
you can just rip
Yeah.
off when you get into the office.
Yeah.
Put into it.
Almost like an overall. You just throw it over your head. They had them in Sweden, and then they actually brought them over here for like the certain cleaning crews.
Why is it always the Swiss that are?
They
You
got a
know,
little
like the
pouch for your
shower
balls.
liner.
Their head on
You know,
Yeah.
like the shower liner.
See,
That's what they
I'm
make them
talking
out
thinner
of.
than that.
Yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't want them that thing because then he was rip.
No,
You know,
no.
you touch
know,
them and be like
that,
rip.
The glove material, the rib gloves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That. That on
Yeah,
your
I mean,
body is do
Yeah.
your and just leave a little space for the eye hole
Eyes.
part.
Yeah.
You'd be good. Maybe cut a little mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this nigga's stupid.
And now we see what Kurt's into.
Some
put the suit on.
BDSM.
Just
Apparently.
put the suit on. Just put the suit-
Put the suit on. Don't breathe. I'll poke a hole after you start tapping.
Nah,
Oh,
give
Poke
her
the
a-
hole. I
So-
don't think that's a harder tap.
Oh.
So Joe, what's up? What's
No.
next for the dating life,
Kurt.
brother?
You
What
sure
you think?
all
How
right,
you
Kurt?
feeling?
No,
Yeah,
seriously,
yeah, we
Jeff.
joking, we joking here,
Jo-
we joking
Kurt-
here.
I'm
It's
just
all
kidding.
love in here. You know that. So
You all right?
This is your first show back. You gotta acclimate.
You know what I'm saying? I just
I'm just
we were
shocked.
talking about
It's all
dating. A key
sarcasm.
component of dating is condoms. So I thought that what
As long as
proper
everyone's
condom
keeping
use?
it safe.
Hey, yeah, let me. All right, so
Safe and
since you want to go
consensual.
on that part of dating, I don't even want to say shit like that, but a lot of women who I was fucking, a lot of women who I used to run into,
Yeah.
It's like
they didn't want to use condoms. How do y'all feel if that happens to you, men, or ladies that like ladies too? I don't know.
No condoms is one thing, but I very rare. Just being honest, I don't think I've ever really like came in a girl that I wasn't a girl. On a
That
dating-
wasn't you
yeah.
had a
You know what I
You know what
relationship
I mean?
with.
Just, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, whoever wants to do that, risk it at your own risk. But I would be too paranoid for like 3 weeks, and then I can't relax for those 3 weeks until she just hits me up like, "Hey, had my period. We're good 2 days from now."
Oh my
Like
God.
that happened a couple times, and I never want to experience that again, ever. Sorry.
I get it.
Oh,
I
man.
do
But wait,
contracts, bro.
Jeff, when you're saying a few girls, are they like, one night, like every now and again, or are they consistent? Are they like
These
somebody
bros
that you're
didn't give
pursuing?
two fucks. I
just
met them
didn't
on.
give a
I met
fuck?
them on all different, like
Oh,
some
okay.
hookups, and then some who like, yo,
no,
it's
that's a red
okay, and I'm
flag.
like,
met him at
"Eh,
Chat
it's not
Roulette and
okay."
Disney.
You said what?
Chat
Disney?
roulette.
What's that?
Chat roulette.
The one that
too
started it
young.
all.
We're
Sorry.
about the same age. What's going
Yo,
on?
Nah.
Joe, you were letting it all. Yeah, Kurt, you
I
letting
can
it all out,
I
man.
can tell you what chat roulette. You really
Chat
don't remember?
roulette is bad.
Yeah,
Chat
dude.
roulette is
Oh my
I don't
Yo,
god.
nag
disgusting.
on
let
this
me
type of thing.
let me tell y'all. I gotta tell y'all a quick little.
Oh boy.
I had a youth group, and I was.
You said about a chat room. Now you're talking
No, no,
about.
I'm telling
No,
you.
he going
and
on the chat room
And then the
for it.
kids in the youth group would talk about chat roulette.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let me go see what the shit is. The very first picture, it's a dude. I'm like, all right, whatever, with his shirt off. Very
Yep.
next picture, some dude meat in my face. I was mad as hell, yo. I blew off mad steam.
Yep,
that is chat roulette.
Yeah.
that's chat roulette
And it just-
mostly.
it keeps
It just-
changing.
yeah,
the
random
person.
partner, random
Yeah.
got
You
random
talk to
partners.
Anybody from all around the
Oh,
world.
Yep,
God, this is
yep.
Yeah. And I saw that in Hebrew school.
Yo, you really and on some real shit.
Yo,
Yeah. I
You
saw
really
that.
gotta kiss 100 frogs to get a princess.
yo.
And I'm like, nah, I ain't kissing
We
no
found a
dick.
way.
After 3 dick pics, I went off. I was like, this is a terrible website.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It took you that
yeah.
long.
Well, because
It took you that long?
like you
I
might
really
see
thought
a
I was
girl.
gonna see women. Yeah, for real.
You might. but she's either
Nope.
gonna be with a guy or it's just gonna be a guy. Like, not even really jerking off. He's almost like just like, oh, do I
He's
have
holding his
pubes
dick.
now?
Yo, it was a
Hold
lot
on,
of
you
dudes that
say
just
shit
holding
to
their
me, but
dick.
he's describing the matters.
They just always look curious. Like, I didn't know this was here.
3 and I clocked off after day 1. You look like you've been on there for quite some time.
I'm
Joey.
single.
At Hebrew school, and honestly, that sounds about white. Okay. And I don't got time to be
Hey,
judging them
we
people
cut
who
class
do
too.
that shit the way they do it.
Bro, is that why rabbis is touching kids? Y'all
Right,
just
you were
sitting
just
up
over
there
there
looking
Ah,
at me.
That's poor diet. That's poor diet
You
on that
trying to
part.
figure out what
Wow.
the youth group is on.
You messing with,
Did you tell
with the
any mothers?
kids in Hebrew.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't mess with any kids in Hebrew school. God damn, no,
I didn't. That was embarrassing. I thought it was hilarious.
I don't know how I
actually,
feel about
'cause I
that
was like,
part.
oh, they was just as traumatized as I was.
Fuck yeah, that shit nasty.
You
bro.
know, that's I was if I could get on a plane and beat some dude ass in Poland, I was gonna do that
Poland.
shit. I was gonna do that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
God.
I've had some instances with
scary.
that. I've seen a principal that I used to have that used to fuck with me and knew my brother when he was there. Like,
On chat roulette.
no, not on chat roulette. We're back. We're past chat roulette. I was trying to get off it and you pulled me
Chat
back.
roulette? Oh.
It's not.
Yeah, I saw Rabbi Stein.
Not roulette.
Like,
Oh, I was like, yo, how much was you on this?
You seen how you was a VIP member?
Yo.
Cause he talking about it like you know the back. So
Yeah.
How many coins
I
you
was trying
got?
to get
How
out.
many coins you got?
Like, yo.
Straight locals.
So you been on there lately?
we didn't have bandwidth. We could only match with the locals. Like,
I'm done. I am
Oh, that's
all the way
crazy.
done.
That's
oh man,
fucked
like
up.
you
That
ever see
is.
a teacher that that used to give you shit and like it's 5-10 years later and they're still like you could tell they still hate you.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're still not over it, but they were the adult when you met them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My God, I've gotten really close to just throwing his kosher frozen chicken right at his fucking head.
That's a
Sorry,
waste of chicken.
it is, man. Once it touches dandruff beard, then it's not. No one's gonna
God
eat it again.
damn,
I'm
bro.
sorry,
You
bro.
really hate this
I really hate this motherfucker because
His
he's
dandruff ass beard.
Yeah, man, he looks like a flake of
Shampoo
dandruff
your
with arms
shit.
and legs. That's what he looks
Oh,
like.
gosh.
But that's me.
Damn.
So
That's
you
me.
look like a flake of dandruff.
Mhm.
So, I'm glad everybody was very, 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 very open with their opinions on dating. That was very much necessary.
And thank you, really, like guys. This has become like a second family to me because not just because my family's shit, but you guys are, I know it's not a like a high wall to climb, but
Yo,
like
the
you guys
bar's really low.
the bar's really low.
Anyway.
but you guys meet and exceed that, and honestly, I don't know what I would do without any of you.
You haven't given
Aw.
your experiences on dating. Would you like to give your? Have you been dating?
She said she doesn't have time to date. That's what's one of the first things she said. I'm not dating because people are full of
I
shit.
haven't dated in a couple.
Well,
of
why
months.
don't
saw
you give
it.
us? Why don't you? Well, what happened?
Couple of
the last
months. So
couple
what's going
months?
on?
What happened?
Oh, look at that.
Was it a woman?
You keep denying me.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
I
such a
knew
motherfucker.
it.
Katrina.
This has been a long time coming.
She ain't ready for my sesame timbers.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Disgusting.
I tuck it back. My
No.
balls look like lips.
Like Silence of the Lambs. Like, would you fuck me, dude?
Oh my
Dude,
God, no.
would you
First of all, that
fuck
shit's
me,
disgusting.
dude?
No,
That visual is insane. Did you hear that? All right,
I'll make my dussy fall.
I'm done.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
This shit make you throw up.
Savage Kings. Savage Kings.
Now, you know what I've been watching a
Yeah.
lot lately?
So.
What?
Go ahead, finish. So it's your story. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
What you been watching lately, Joe?
Her. I'm watching her talk now.
She was talking.
She was. You take it, Rebs.
Oh my god. No, I broke up with my ex. We were on a mutual agreement that we both had different visions in life.
And that's fair.
You
How
know,
the fuck
we-
you try to make this shit sound so mature? Fuck out of here. You're like,
I know.
Yo,
yo.
who broke
No.
shit?
First of
Well,
all, we
no,
had a
because-
contract.
Well, no.
I did.
It took a while for him to realize that he was trying to hold on to me because he was afraid of losing me, but he couldn't give me what I was asking for.
What were you
Okay.
asking for?
So, a day.
A day.
A day.
Don't make that shit sound simple. Fuck out of here. Miss me with that
I'm telling you,
bullshit.
son, women are complicated.
Everybody's complicated.
Everybody.
It's not just women.
No, women.
Everybody's complicated. A
I'm
day.
smooth as hell.
A day of what?
You know what though? Honestly, like I said,
Just time.
everything is all about your love tank.
Yeah.
It's all about your love tank. Some people like to be clingy. Some people don't. Some people like the attention. Some people like it every now and again. Some people are okay with little silent gestures or flirtatious remarks or sarcastic love. People
Yeah,
do
'cause
it. It
the
depends
thing-
on who you are
Yeah.
and who
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
match
Yeah.
with.
And the thing
You're
was
gonna always
with
have to
us,
do
Go ahead.
we always held Sundays for each other because I worked 70 to 80 hours a week
Okay.
bartending
Oh.
and then doing the school.
Damn.
And he
Oh.
also worked a lot as well.
Oh, you're a humanitarian.
He was a limo driver. Excuse me.
Right. So
Oh,
You're
those are
humanitarian?
hours right there. Those
So-
limo
You
were
drivers
doing
work
the school?
hours, dude.
Our schedules, we both were really busy, so we
Right.
knew it was impossible for us to make time. So we decided Sundays were our day.
yeah.
Mhm.
He would help me do the yard. We would go out to eat somewhere, but it was our day.
Yeah.
And then it slowly drifted away. And every time I would bring it up, like, what's going on? Am I doing something? I thought maybe it was me. So I asked him questions like, what's something about me that you don't like that I can change? Why do you want to stay around me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work with him, thinking that it was all me.
Right, right.
But in reality,
that.
as he admitted, it was him. He didn't want a relationship, but he didn't want to lose me. He didn't want somebody else to take me.
Yeah.
And then he finally told me, I don't want a relationship. If I don't have kids, that's fine. And it was just like, well, why were you leading me on for over a year? And you're somebody that I've known for 12 years, and we dated in the past when we were in high school. So it's
Yeah.
not like I'm new to you or anything.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
each other.
Damn.
Why did you lead me on for over a year? Why did I go on vacation with you?
Yeah.
That sucks.
For what? Yeah. So
Most.
And that was really straightforward and simple and plain, and I like that. That was a
Well, see, now the day makes sense because he worked a hectic schedule, you worked a hectic schedule,
Mhm.
you both
Yeah.
in service field.
And then it drifted.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I think you somebody like me when you got a 9 to 5, you may go 9 to 7
No.
through a Monday through Friday, and it's like,
That's
yo,
just-
I bartend at night. I work
Yeah.
for a school during the day. My
Yeah.
hours. If my schedule says I'm off at 10, that usually means I'm home by 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
and I'll
Damn.
keep it real with everybody.
Damn.
Yeah, but when
A
you're
day too
busy
much.
too,
More
like
so.
you
A
busy
day?
and you got a busy partner too, it kind of helps sometimes. But then when you guys are really trying to fit in that time, that's when things get a little complicated in the communication because you already spent so much time not communicating.
Yeah.
You're just using your phones maybe just to have a here and there. Hey babe, I'm good. Did you eat? All right, yep. I
Yeah,
love you. I'll
exactly.
call you when I get home. Type
Oh,
thing.
I wasn't even.
And it's like a
getting that.
concerted
Depending-
effort.
Oh no,
instead of-
Depending
yeah,
on
I'm
who
sure
you
you
get
wasn't.
I'm be
Yo,
honest
you
with
still
you.
alive? Oh shit!
Oh shit! You still alive?
But
Oh,
why
shit.
she gotta be crazy though?
Yo,
Why she
Hold
can't
on.
just be a
yo, who 973
Wait,
is
hold on a
this?
second. Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Time
no.
out. Time
I'm
out.
giving you
Time out.
space.
I do want to
Why
say
she
one
gotta
thing.
be crazy?
Rest. We haven't said it. We are so grateful to have you back. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joey did definitely say it.
Oh well, nobody
Yeah.
listens.
Yeah,
to
Joey
Joey.
did.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But no, I'm
But
sorry,
we do
but I
listen
did.
to Joey
Blinded
because that
by
is
your
important.
bald ass
No,
head again.
stop it.
Look at that crimson chin. Okay,
Oh,
damn
it's
right.
true,
it is.
dude. Look at this
That's
stuff.
But,
so stupid.
We have been sitting here roasting each other up on here, and this is what savage kings and queens do. But Jeff,
Mhm.
since we talking about dating, boy, why don't you go through the history books? Sure, you could tell us some shit from
Motherfucker, I've been telling my
1947.
fuck you. I've been telling my life. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Well, you know when I first fucked Kurt tomorrow.
That's what we've been looking for.
And that's a wrap.
Joke's on you. She's ugly.
But,
Mama.
She's not, and she got some thick hair.
Yeah, hey. My
Mama
mama
look
look
bad.
like Mike Tyson, mama. Mike Tyson, mama look like Mike Tyson.
I think this has been very therapeutic. I for a lot of things. I came here for help, but I think everybody helped their own shit also out here tonight.
Yeah, we
So,
all
yeah.
been going through a lot of things. There's a lot of
It's
things
human,
that
man. It's human.
past
It is.
few months
Yeah.
has been kicking our asses with.
It's
And
been
so,
mentally draining.
yeah.
Of
and
course.
Mentally draining.
Honestly, however you gotta pray to your God, just pray to your God. Okay.
I'ma-
So however you gotta do it.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't mean to cut you off. If
Yeah.
you can't laugh or find a way to smile at something at the end of the day, everybody got bad shit.
Everybody got.
You got a high level, you got a low level, you got this.
That's why
Everybody
I
got
always
bad
get in
shit, but if you
Meet it in
can't,
the middle.
And
at
I'm
some
going to add
time-
on that, Jeff. I'm going to add on
Why are
that.
you laughing again?
I
I'm
want
being
y'all
serious.
to know, okay, that the reflection of the lights don't hit right down on that side, okay? But it absorbs just Milky over here. It's like ebony and ivory. You know, just look at that shit.
Yo, you know what's so fucking funny? I just realized why I got the two black people
You know
together.
what I mean?
Two
That's
fucking
what I
ladies
was
together.
deliberately trying to
Like I
point
said,
at
mixed
without
y'all up.
making it obvious.
Yeah. uh-huh.
All right, we're out of here. That's it.
Well, me and Caressa are at the back of the bus.
Yeah. Do you start the car already?
That's
Let's go.
true. 'cause we're closing the door.
Rosa Parks.
Nah.
Yeah. No, but if you want, I mean, I've always talked about my dating life stories, man.
Yeah. We only.
Look.
Tell me your the wildest thing that when you went on a date that you experienced or a woman said to you, or a man, or alien for that man. I don't know what you into.
Yeah, fuck you.
God, Kurt.
He's just laying him out. I'm sorry.
You got
Like,
So
I
my
did this.
my best friend is a bodybuilder. Some of the wildest shit I heard.
Oh shit.
I went out with the girl I'm seeing now. We had first met. No, was it her? No, it wasn't her. Woo! So check this out. I went out with.
This is why I had to ask. No, you had
This
to
is
ask.
not helping. No, I'm joking.
Edit, nigga, edit. Wait.
Typical.
Yo, oh, fuck that. No, ain't no typical. Ain't no typical.
Yo, nah, dead ass. You're making us all look bad. Go to hell.
Just because your man didn't give you Thursdays, nigga, fuck out of here.
it was Sunday. It was the Lord's Day.
It's over.
All she asked for was the Lord's
Don't
Day.
blame that shit on me.
It was the Lord's
My
Day.
hand gave me more pleasure anyway.
Nah.
That's nasty. I ain't shaking your fucking hand again.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Alright.
I'm sorry. Jeff, go
Oh,
on.
you true colors, Jeff. Okay.
So my best friend is a bodybuilder.
Oh my God.
And he's still in it today, and he's smaller than me. He's
You
literally,
looking at him, don't you?
I'm 5'6". Fuck you, nigga. I'm 5'7". He is 5'1", but he weighs more than me, and he's all like big diesel, everything, right?
Impossible.
No, seriously, I pull the shit out. It was crazy. So we go out. I was on with my ex-girlfriend, and I hate this bitch now because she does some trifling shit.
See, that's just what happens. You end up hating.
Well, no, she ended up fucking my cousin, but that's the
Oh,
other
your
thing.
cousin?
I want to hear that shit too.
Brother Tracy?
My cousin and his brother, but that's it.
What? You have her number?
Same girl.
This went left.
Same girl.
Yo, potential wife, you with the same girl.
Love it.
I do not own the rights to this
Not on the
music.
rights to
Bitches for the three. They bodied you, nigga.
I'm really mad y'all niggas harmonized because my board lit up.
Same girl. Same girl. Do, do,
Yo,
do.
Jeff, you got bodied on your own production.
It's all right, nigga. I edit all this shit out.
I'm sorry, Jeff. This isn't even about
Don't
you
worry
anymore. Like,
Like, yo, that shit was 20 minutes, nigga. Yep.
I thought we went in for about an
Oh
hour.
my God, I'm crying. Oh my God.
Stupid. Oh my God.
You tight like a motherfucker. Like,
You know
I've
what,
learned a
Jeff?
lot.
like welcome
Jeff.
to Savage and we out.
Jeff, I hate that bitch too. So what happened?
How are we not #1 in comedy podcast? Y'all got to listen to
I appreciate you telling me this. It makes me feel better.
Yo, yeah, motherfucker, I got stories for
Good to you,
years.
Jeff.
So we go out, right? And we go to the city, and she was at this time when I first met her. I was thinner and I was a lot in fit. So this had to be early 2000s, like this is like 04. And he was smaller, he wasn't as big. So here's the deal. I was like, yo, my man, you got a friend or something. Her friend, crazy fat ass Dominican chick, right? Nice hair, whatever. My girl was 98 pounds at the time, literally. 98 motherfucking pounds. I would pick her up with one hand. I thought she was black because she was the only Puerto Rican girl I met with a motherfucking bob. She had the short hair here, and her name was Damari, but she had the fucking little ampersand little shit, you know, that go over the Puerto Rican sign.
The apostrophe.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, nigga, yo. So I'm like, yo, Damari, what's up? Oh, you cute, whatever it is. I'm thinking the bitch black before I met her, right? So I'm like, okay, it didn't matter to me. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about race. I don't see any of that shit. So I'm thinking she black the whole time. She telling me she's Puerto Rican. Speak Spanish, yada, yada, yada. We all go out to New York City, and her friend was hating on my best friend because he was small. Still big, and he was cut. And that motherfucker was cut. He's so small, though.
How
And
tall?
she swayed from, he's literally 5'1". But he's big. Oh, he's a bodybuilder. Matter of fact, I see if I can get some.
Damn, because that's like just barely
Look, I
above
don't
legal
wanna put
bitches.
up No
You know what I
pictures
mean?
of no
Like,
bodybuilding, man. Put up a picture of a bodybuilding.
But
woman. Told you was looking at him.
fuck
Yeah.
you, nigga.
right? Like 4'11's legally a midget, so 5'1 he beat it, but not by much.
I'm sure he beat it with Jeff too.
Nigga, fuck you.
You're gonna make him close off again.
It was a thriller.
Him.
Giant killer.
Oh my God, he's
That's him?
ginormous.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, he's
Yeah.
ripped.
So we go to the thing, and she's
Yo,
speaking
you
in
look
half
like
Spanish,
Zero.
and I got about 7th grade Spanish. And I'm like, oh, whatever. But it was cute. She was hating on him. She starts to feel on his chest.
Oh,
Now
boy.
this is the summertime in New York City. We out like we end up walking by like 42nd.
Ugh, sweaty
Motherfucker
chest.
get hot. He take his shirt off. Everybody like, oh shit. He cut and he big and shit. You know what I'm saying? We out there chilling. We 2 sneakerheads. She changed her whole fucking deal.
Oh,
So
shit.
I throw fucking shit out. And you know how crowded the shit be out there in the middle of the summer out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, if my man could pick you up with one fucking hand, he still had a shirt on at this time. I said, one fucking hand, just palm you. Not my girl, because I did it to her. She was like, oh, that's so cute. And I was like, yeah, I ain't lifting your ass up, bitch. You too thick. So I'm sitting there, right? I was like, if he could throw you up, you got to kiss him with some tongue. I don't even know, whatever. I was like,
That
yo,
wasn't assuring.
just go ahead and do it. This motherfucker picks her up by the foot. Like by her foot. You oinks her up. I know he could do it because I seen this nigga deadlift like 1,000 pounds.
Oh wow.
This nigga lifts her up. She instantly starts to fucking like, ooh. Says something in Spanish, but you know that sexy
Oh,
shit.
caliente. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Joey,
Gotcha.
sound like you've been in a lot of
She
situations.
comes down. He
We've
picks
been
her
around
up.
the way. Don't worry.
There's about 4 other white girls, and they're like, oh my God, that shit was so sexy. They just blowing the shit up, right? You know, the crowd in fucking
Damn,
Times
so he
Square.
got 5 girls now.
So I was like, shit, if the Dominican bitch don't want you fucking, go ahead and turn around. And he would too. And so he puts it down. You know what I'm saying? She instantly speaks in Spanish. She was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I was saying earlier. I'm going to fuck this guy. I was like, yo, word up. This whole
Finally
shit
comes
has
out.
switched.
Yo,
I mean, in an instant
who
has
want to hit the
switched.
gym with me?
She was like, yo.
Near his locker.
Yeah,
His locker's
so-
right next to yours.
I say this, and you know, some of the craziest times when you go on dates, but it was always the experience
Yeah.
of life and being around people that you have. Even on a bad date, you know, those two didn't really go nowhere after that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and she was a wild bitch. I was like, thank God you ain't get that bitch pregnant. She
But it
was
hurts
fucking
learning it,
funky
man.
after that. But
It hurts learning that. you know?
yeah, but it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is experience. You gotta have fun with the experience. You gotta take the good with the bad.
Amen.
Even on bad dates, you still have fun with the shit. You know what I mean?
Amen.
To go on now, it's always fun. You don't know how shit will turn or pan,
That's
but
true.
you gotta have fun with it. You gotta be with the dude for 10 years or 12 years, and who gonna give your
Can we
ass
not
Sunday?
see your
to
boy
grow.
and the other
Fuck you, Jeff.
jerky chicken
Yeah.
wings that's on the?
Yeah,
Yo, that was
yeah.
funny as hell.
No, yeah, dude, I got stories for
You
days,
know, like you can
nigga.
take them off.
Give
right?
us another quick one.
There was shit. There was one I had.
Wait, no. We didn't hear how she smashed your cousin. Hold the hell on.
Oh,
Ask
nigga.
his brother. Nah, I forgot about
First
it.
of all, I
purposely
wasn't in the room,
avoiding
nigga. Like, yeah, go deeper, cuz. No, nigga.
He
No.
didn't say he was there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he got the details, though. Go ahead.
No, I didn't.
Oh, they hit it
She
better
did-
than you. That's all you
She
say.
didn't know. I ended up finding out because that motherfucker got drunk. And you know, a drunk mind speaks over
over
thoughts.
thoughts.
No, I don't want
nigga.
to see no more of him. I'm just.
Oh, my bad. I was just saying.
I want to see me.
No, you played right.
All right, wait. Let's
You
pull up.
never know. Hey, Rez. I'm
do
just
not.
saying. I'm just saying.
I'm done.
Let's pull up
Oh.
pictures of Ronda Rousey or something.
I'm done.
So that motherfucker pick you up. You be like, all right,
Pick
nigga.
me
All right,
up.
all
I'm
right.
pretty sure I am
Dude.
not doubting it.
Yeah.
Not a
But
second.
He's stronger than me in digital form.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
His
This shit
eyes
crazy.
is heavier than my leg rotation. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
eyeball go. That shit
Yeah.
will break it.
That's
It's
too
over.
big.
He's humongous.
I just
That hug you and
started
break
losing
you.
weight again. I gained my weight back that I had lost.
Been
And
there.
he's trying to get to 225.
Oof.
He's at like 210 right now. And I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me, bro. That shit's nuts, man. Shit
You know,
nuts.
it's the way people. So you know, remember the kid that had like fast metabolism in school? He could eat whatever the fuck he wanted, and then
Yeah.
he
That's
me. Yeah, like then I,
Say, Kurt.
lucky. If I even
That's
thought about having
fast.
yodels, I had titties. I had titties for my bar mitzvah.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You've
that.
always had titties.
Yeah, but my bar mitzvah.
You look like Roseanne Barr when she cleaned up as a man.
Ooh,
Anyway,
that was more Roseanne than me. Who hurt you, man?
You know what?
Yo, what does your shirt say? The Savage Lights chose
Chose
me?
me.
Okay. I was staring at it earlier, but I didn't want to make it look like I was staring at your titties or something.
You know
I
what I
was
like
sitting there
about
like, yo, what
this?
is that?
It's boy, girl, boy, girl. White
That it
down
is.
here,
Yeah.
Black down here.
That it is.
It's true.
It's cool. It's a nice little concept.
I just
But
wanna
look, it
say-
starts with the Savage Life chose me. You
Yes,
see that
yes,
shit? And it
yes.
just it got more savage as it got down to life.
That was cute. Yo, did he tell you I was fucking your name up last time? I was calling you Ribs. And you was cool with it. Yeah, Ribs. I was like, yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm Ribs, right?
I told you he's a fat fuck. Okay.
First of all, that's you said Ribs too through the show. So I said Ribs. No, nigga.
I said
No,
Ribs.
nigga. You was like Ribs.
I
I was
got
like,
Ribs,
oh, Ribs?
okay?
That's her name?
I got the Michael Strahan, all right?
Then I'm sitting there like, why the fuck would you call her Ribs, nigga? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. Okay. It's like Ribs.
She had introduced
That's
herself
funny as shit.
as Rabs or Rebecca. Okay.
She did say Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the last time. Last
She
time. Yeah.
introduced herself as Rabs or Rebecca. So I said Rabs. You heard Ribs.
No, nigga, you said Ribs.
No.
Dude, in the middle of the show, there was a point you was like,
once said
Ribs.
Fly, and this brother heard Fry.
How do you feel about this whole situation? Let's get your thoughts on this.
I don't give a fuck.
See? She doesn't give a fuck. Why do we?
You probably been called worse, you don't get.
Oh,
Sometimes you just got to be savage.
there you go. That's the crux. That's the root.
It's unfortunate that we're coming to a slimming down of our show. And since we have 7 or 8 minutes left, would you please grace us with one last story?
No, can we talk about your head?
Can we please grace us?
That one.
Point
You
blank.
got her back for
2 points for Rebs.
At the fucking buzzer, nigga. Fuck outta here.
That's a 3-pointer, actually.
We'll talk about my head when we talk about your bun. Anyway.
Oh my God! It's so
Good
savage.
enough. It's good. That's all right. It's still
All
back.
right, if you were on Wild 'N Out, they would be like,
Yeah.
like,
Boo.
That's true.
like,
Boo.
All right, that's it.
Yeah,
That's how
I
they
would
do
love
it.
to meet Nick Cannon though, just to hang. Like, hey Nick Cannon, you got a lighter, man? He's like, yeah, I got.
Yo,
it,
wasn't
Joey."
he at the
I don't
the
fuck with Nick
protest?
Cannon.
He
I
was
don't
at the
like Nick-
protest.
He was at the protest. I don't
Yeah.
like Nick Cannon.
Which
Why you
protest?
don't like Nick Cannon?
I never liked Nick Cannon. Yo, you know
Why?
somebody
He was
said.
mad the way he hit that drum and drum line? Because I really thought he fucked it up. Or you felt like that bald man that he hit his drum. You
No.
felt like him? That was you? You felt like that was
I
you?
felt like Nick Cannon way too cocky.
Oh yeah, but
You think so?
Yeah,
He's too what?
cocky.
Hmm.
I don't like him.
You.
So are you, Kurt? The fuck?
I love
Well,
it.
that's why I can't coincide with Nick Cannon. Okay, what the fuck? There can only be one of us. All right.
Yo, you
Okay,
stupid.
there's no two Ryan
And
Seacrest.
that's why there's Nick.
All right, that's why they got rid of Anderson Cooper. All right, he got a baby now. He's on full-time daddy duty. All right,
Yeah.
there can only be one of us.
Yo, he
Why
said.
did you hold up 2 fingers?
You need to come back every time, Rebs.
All right, guys. No, but not for nothing. We're not going to go into any more stories.
No.
Yeah, we got the point.
We're not going to drag it.
But I learned. I
any
learned a
more
lot.
of Jeff's horrifying
I feel a lot better.
cousins, maybe auntie, sister, ex-girlfriends.
I
It's
feel
there
a lot
now.
better.
But
But
got
guys,
a cousin and shit.
Well, I
thank
told you about the transsexual story. Remember we was talking about that shit?
Wait, no,
No,
wait, hold
Jeff.
up.
You
What?
wanna
did?
tell- you want to talk about them? No, I don't
I
recall.
thought we were
any
gonna get
of
off this. How did we
I
get
told you
there?
about that one. I told you about that one.
Are we talking
On the
about
on
this
the
off
thing.
air or are we shooting the second episode? Is this like the Prince stories?
Well, I have a dinner to cook for my friend's birthday tomorrow. Shout out, because Fumi's birthday's tomorrow. Shout out to Fumi, turning 25.
Wait, hold on. You cooking tonight for tomorrow?
I'm starting prepping tonight.
Okay,
for tomorrow.
okay. I was about to
Yeah,
be
so
like,
I got some
damn.
cooking to do.
I'm
like,
gonna let you
I
know
still
I
gotta
don't care
prep.
because I ain't getting no food off of it. So
It's true.
It didn't even happen yet.
But you wasn't gonna cook it with me in mind.
Why not?
All right.
I already said Kurt.
We can
is-
wrap
I'm
this
pretty
up.
sure
We
in the
can
group
wrap this
chat.
up.
In the group chat, it says Kurt is not free Wednesday. Oh, you guys go
shit.
back to your
Eric-
prologue.
All right, let's
Kurt
air
is
our
not
dirty
free
laundry
Wednesday.
on the air. But
Womp,
anyway, guys, like,
womp,
Anyway,
womp.
really, like, thank you again, everybody, and check your shit. Get therapy if you got to. You know you got issues. You know if you're fucked
I
up
go
or
to
not.
therapy.
Get
It's
help.
the best thing to do. I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
13
I
Reasons
hate my
Why.
therapist, by the way.
There you go.
I mean, not my therapist. I think this.